If you're new here, I'm Sharvi and I talk about self love, confidence, and growth. A couple of months ago, I decided okay, I'm 17 now, and in the next 2 3 years, I want to completely turn my life around. I have this desired version of me living in my thoughts, and I want to make her come to life. I want to become her. So I've been on this growth journey for a couple of months now, and there are some things that I've realized over time that have guided me to make necessary changes to actually grow as a person. Now, all these changes I wrote down, and this video is all about those realizations and those changes that I made in myself. So without wasting any more time, let's get into it. Before we start this video, I want to tell you that these are things that have worked for me and they may or may not resonate with you. You are a separate individual and what may work for you may not work for me and vice versa. So I want you to keep that in mind as you watch this video. Okay, so the first thing is realizing that opinions are not facts. I used to be really insecure and I'd go out of my way to make people happy. I was a people pleaser basically. And what would happen if somebody said something to me, okay, or about me? I would get so offended, I would feel so disrespected because I took everyone and everything too seriously. Like, I would just be like, oh my god, how can you say that? How can you say that about me? Okay. And then I realized that deep down, I knew what they were saying was not true. So why couldn't I believe it? Why couldn't I believe that what they were saying wasn't true if I knew it deep down? And the conclusion that I came to is I didn't know myself well enough. I was insecure within myself, and so I saw opinions as the truth. I saw opinions as facts instead of just opinions. Once I started to get to know myself, once I started feeling secure within myself, my confidence increased. Now, if somebody comes and tells me, Sharvi, you're a terrible person, I'll just be like, okay, fine. But if back then somebody came and told me that I'm a terrible person, I would like have a breakdown right there. I would be like, what? Like, you think that? Like, why do you think that? Why are you saying that? You know? So, like, there's clearly a difference between these two Sharvis. And so, I think it's important to know yourself well enough. Because if you know yourself well enough, then no matter what anybody says to you, you're gonna know if it's true or not. So, the only thing you need to do is know yourself, be secure within yourself, and trust me, you'll start seeing opinions as just mere opinions. So the second thing I realized is perspective matters. You know why? Because how you think about things will determine what you do about them. For example, as you can see, I do not have the most clear skin, okay? And I have two options. One, I say, how can I upload videos? My skin is not perfect. I have dark circles. I have acne, etc., etc. I should just sit and cry about it and, feel insecure about my skin. That is one perspective. Another perspective is okay, I do not have the best skin. Let me do some research. Let me look up some products. Let me watch some videos. Let me visit a dermat. Let me see what the doctor recommends for my skin. Let me eat the right food. Let me buy the right products, etc., etc. You see the difference? You see the difference between these two perspectives, these two ways of thinking, and they will determine what I do. Either the first outcome would be I would sit and cry about it and dwell in my sadness, and the second outcome would be I'll go and do something about it. So, for any problem in your life, you have two choices. Okay, you need to think about what your perspective is towards this problem and then act accordingly, and sometimes you need to change your perspective. Okay, I had to change my perspective. I used to cry over basically everything, and I would just sit and cry. I would just sit and cry and I wouldn't do anything about it. And then I changed my perspective. You know what I did? I said, you know what? Your feelings are completely valid. You feel sad, you sit and you be sad for a while. You want to cry, you cry for a while. You want to scream, you scream. You feel your feelings, then you cry, whatever, then you wipe your tears and you go and do something about it. You don't just sit and cry about it. You see the difference, right? Because I will never tell you to ignore your feelings or to avoid your feelings. It is so important to validate your feelings. Seriously. So don't avoid your feelings, feel them, and then go do something about it. Go do something about the problem, but just don't sit and cry about it. That's all. The third thing is realizing that learning to let go is important. So I had this friend and I was really close with her, and I was like, because we were really similar, okay? And I genuinely I thought of her as a good friend of mine. But then she did some things that I could not digest, that I wasn't okay with. Like perhaps the girl I was a couple of months ago would have just ignored my self respect, and I would have just, you know, accepted her behavior towards me. But the person I am now is not going to do that. And I let go of her. I let go of that friend because there is no way that I'm gonna let in such people in my life. There is no way that I will hold on to something that only I care about. Okay, letting go is going to be so hard. It's going to be so hard, but that shows that you cared and that you gave it your best. But unfortunately, things don't work only if you're doing something about it. The person in front of you also has to reciprocate those actions and those feelings. And if they are not, if they're making things worse for you, if they're hurting you, then you have to let go. Stop making excuses. Stop making excuses and validating their bad behavior and blaming yourself. Let go. You need to realize that when you let go, you come out even stronger. When you let go, it shows how much self respect you have. So, always remember that when it's a question of your self respect and your feelings, always choose your self respect. Because whatever situation or whatever person that you're dealing with, if they genuinely cared about you, they wouldn't let it get to this point. So, always self respect over feelings, and always just trust me, okay? Just trust me. You have to start letting go of things that do not make your life better and that do not make you feel better. The fourth thing is realizing that when you're so harsh to yourself, you're only bringing yourself down. When I started this growth journey, I was so harsh to myself. Like, I would push myself too much, I would overwork myself, and I'd have these strict restrictions and stuff. And you know what that did to me? It just drained me out. It made things worse for me because I'm trying to build something. I'm trying to grow into a person, right? And when I become that person, and I think about this a lot, okay? The person that I want to be, would that person do something like this? Would that person be so harsh, so mean, so disrespectful? Like, you have to realize that it's not going to help you. It's not going to help you achieve your goals faster. In fact, I think it could actually slow you down because you're overworking yourself, and then you need that much time to recover. You need that much time to reset and recover your energy, and you're going to waste a lot more time in that. This journey or any journey is not supposed to be easy, and it's not going to be easy. So why are you making it worse? Why are you making things harder than they already are? And it doesn't matter, it doesn't matter how fast you're progressing. It doesn't matter how much you're getting done, or how quickly you're seeing the progress. All that matters is, okay, you're progressing, you're making progress, you're making changes, and you need to be proud of that. You need to be proud of yourself. You need to look in the mirror and you need to tell yourself that, you know what, I cannot be harsh with myself, because at the end of the day, I am the only one I can rely on. I'm the one that knows myself the best. And so when I'm harsh to myself, I'm hurting myself. I'm hurting myself and I'm making things worse for myself. So just realize that being harsh to you will not make things faster. In fact, if you're kinder to yourself, you might actually speed up the process. So, these were a few things that helped me grow as a person in the past couple of months. If you want part 2 of this video, let me know in the comments and don't forget to like and subscribe for more. Bye!